I'm Chef Jones, Chef Alfred Archibald Jones at Bistro Liden's, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make a personal favorite recipe of mine, beef Wellington, but we're going to make it with a modern Americanized twist. This is my sous chef, Aaron. This is my sideline cook, Grace.
Hi, I'm sous chef Ben. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Chef Ski reporting for duty.
Perfect. The most important part of cooking is to wash your hands before you start anything. Sing the happy birthday song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. The ingredients for today's recipe are pretty simple. The first two main ingredients are a puff pastry sheet and some meatballs, and this which I use to cut my puff pastry into circles. Later I will be showing you how to make the jerk tomato ketchup sauce, which pairs very well with this.
This is my dog Gretel. I bring her to work sometimes.
Grace, get your dog out of here! What did I tell you about bringing your dog in my bistro?
Oh, sorry, chef.
Before I start, I rolled my dough out to make sure I could get more puff pastry per meatball. Now, I'm going to make my first cut. Pull it out of the pastry. Just like that there. Take your meatball and wrap it around. It's important to make sure you cannot have any crevices loose. You need to make it tight and seamless tucks. Or when you have your pastry in the oven, it's going to burst open. Let's see what you got, Chef.
Alright, chef, how do these look?
These are absolute arse!
But chef, I did them just how you wanted.
These are going to burst open as soon as you put them in the oven. A tip I learned, since this is our second batch and I already messed up the first batch, you must wrap this extra dough around where you made your crease because they have a high tendency to burst open. They will still be delicious.
Yes, chef.
After spraying the pan with Pam for non-stick, I'm going to put these in the oven at 375, and they'll bake for about 18 minutes. That's the third batch. If you want to see the finished product. To make this healthier, we used a chicken meatball rather than beef. It's very flavorful still. To make the sauce, I've got two ingredients: Jamaican, the shizzle jerk, and just Heinz ketchup. I'm gonna use a cup of tomato sauce and a cup of jerk seasoning. It's a half and half ratio. Dude, don't do that. There you go, chef. Use a spoon.
That's the right consistency.
That consistency there is perfect. To the sauce, I'm going to be adding a little bit of ginger, some scallions, and a bit of cilantro. I like to get a bit of the white onion and a bit of the green. Cut right there. Perfect. Pro tip when you're cutting herbs, mush it all into a ball. Give it some fine strokes. Repeat the process. Putting it in the sauce and handing it off to my sous chef to be stirred. Faster! Cheers. Oh, great.
How am I treated? Most days it's pretty good, but sometimes the chef is in a pretty bad mood.
Aaron! Aaron, come here now!
Hey, today for our appetizer we'll be making plantains. Well, actually, they're called tostonas because they're twice fried and pressed.
To prepare your plantains, you start by cutting off the ends. And once you're done, you got to be careful with this step. You take your knife and make a little slit down the plantain. Do it right next to it, about 1 inch away. And this allows you to get up underneath and peel it off. And once you get the first one off, it's pretty easy. You're going to cut these at about 1 inch thick. You can get about 5 pieces of plantain per plantain. And drop them in the water. And the reason you do that is to absorb most of the starch. I know what you're thinking. These are just really ripe bananas. But actually, they're not. They're plantains, and they're all green.
It is important to thoroughly dry these before putting them in the oil, or else it'll spit in your face and burn you.
People always say not to use olive oil, but that's just blasphemy. Here we have our olive oil that we're going to use to fry our plantains with a dab of truffle oil.
You asked me what I think of Master Chef Jones? He's exquisite. He's amazing. And he's just great at what he does. I love him to death. And I wish to
This
one day
is
be
my
like him.
best student ever. I love him. I'm going to be using a Chinese wok to fry these. I'm going to be doing about 8 to 10 at a time, leaving them to brown on 3 minutes on each side, and then I'll use a fork and turn them onto the other side, and then they'll be sent over to Grace.
So now I'm going to show you the process of turning a plantain into a tostono. First we're going to get some wax paper because it's fresh off the stove. We're going to fold it over just like this. We can get ourselves a mug. And we're just going to press down, applying slight pressure to it, making sure it's as even as the other ones in thickness. A little bit more. And now that's how you make a tostono.
Using the tip I showed earlier, we're going to be cutting some cilantro to put on top of these plantains and ball them up.
Alright, now you will refry the tostonas for 2 to 3 minutes until they're golden brown.
And for the chef's touch, I'm going to be adding a bit of salt, and a bit of cilantro. Look delicious.
Cheers. Here I'll have a very sophisticated beverage, great to pair with your beef Wellington and plantain entrees. It's brimming with cinnamon, ginger, cardamom and cloves. Sure to satisfy your taste buds any time of the day and night.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you enjoy the food.